easier to hit them. They'll be all closer to one another.
Go!
Go!
I'm in the first line, I will die so fast.
I don't have
Wait,
a
why are they waiting?
Concentrating us.
Yeah,
Why are they waiting?
Oh.
Wait, they're shooting! They're shooting!
They're shooting!
They're shooting!
Charge, just keep charging.
Forward!
Get to them before they can reload.
They hardly killed any of us for having that full line
Get 'em.
kill.
Look at them jump off the bridge. Get them.
Get them, my dudes, get them! We're winning!
I got the officer.
Keep up the fight, we're winning!
Keep pushing. Oh, I'm down.
Yeah, I went down too. The Cossacks didn't move though. They're waiting.
I feel like that volley was bullshit right there.
They didn't kill that many people with that volley, actually.
But still, we should have gotten volley back in return.
Yeah, our Parzini are still.
Uh-oh. This is not gonna end well.
Look at them with their spears. Oh, shot in the head.
Alright, if you're the last one alive, I would imagine we're gonna have to do a surrender.
Fuck that shit. Let me hold the door.
Is any of our guys still up?
Oh god, this phalanx wall's not looking too well.
I think it's all gonna go now. This is the end times.
Oh shit, Michael, you're still hanging on there. One of our boys is
I
still.
told you that fuck that shit.
Oh,
Make
it's
us
getting a bit
proud.
closer. It's getting a bit closer. Cardboard's down.
It's 10 to 30, dude.
Dude,
Yeah,
guys, look at Michael. It's one of our boys. He's still fucking.
still going.
Oh! Oh my god!
Oh, that
Oh!
wasn't a proper execution.
Alright, Teddy Boy 95. Remember that name, boys.
Not sure about that firing squad that they had on us, and the fact they didn't charge down the bridge, so we were kind of in a choke.
Yeah.
At least I took a 5 with myself to the fucking grave.
Make us proud. At least
I
take
think
3
you were the
down.
last person, actually.
You are the last person.
Well, we're. Oh, is that one of our boys that's the last one, too?
Nigel was AFK, I think.
Alright.
Wow, what a chamber.
Oh.
Come on, cardboard. You motherfucker.
Cardboard freaking frozen.
Are we doing the same thing again?
I don't trust it.
Alright, form up.
Yes. Meet by the windmill.
Outside.
I don't trust
By the
those
grace of
Brits
God.
in the
Those
least.
sneaky British.
Those fuckers.
We should hide in that brush line like we did last time. They're gonna go there again.
Yes, indeed.
User
Move up.
joined your channel.
Let's go to the main lobby.
Oh,
User
man,
left
lobby.
your channel.
Oh, it's over.
Oh, we're gonna get told off.
Oh, man.
This is going bad.
User left your channel. User left your channel.
I'm scared.
User left your
You're
channel.
dead.
User left your channel. User
Channel
left your
switch.
channel. Joined your channel. User joined your
The
channel.
fastest way to get a headache.
User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User
wow,
joined your
yeah,
channel.
yeah.
User joined your channel. User joined your
User
channel.
joined your channel.
User joined your
Yeah, I
channel.
am.
User joined
Follow
your
me.
channel.
Perfect. What
User
happened?
joined your channel. User joined
Alright,
your
stop.
channel. User
Really
joined your
upset.
channel. User joined your
Glorious.
channel.
You must go and
User
become a
joined your
British.
channel.
Follow me,
User
cavalry.
joined your channel.
John.
I can't even think.
He's still there. Guess what? Yeah, no, you
User
don't channel.
joined your channel.
Cap charge.
User joined your channel.
Cap charge. The final charge.
User joined your channel.
I'll go my head.
User
The
joined
final
your
fight
channel.
back the British invaders. Let's go, brothers.
Guards on me. Guards on me.
fuck happened to those
User joined your channel.
I think I know.
Make the voices stop.
I take my break.
Alright.
This is bad.
Alright, everybody quiet. Quiet, just for a second. Alright, so this event
User
went
joined your
really
channel.
well. I think that was awesome.
Not the other team. The other team felt it went horrible.
Hold on, everybody, quiet.
Guys.
Okay, wait.
So, quiet. I'll give you guys permission to speak. Someone has a hot mic right now, so thank you. Alright, so I think the event went really well. What?
Expendable.
Because what was wrong?
Well,
I think there were just a few problems with rules and stuff.
we felt like
Um,
It was very confusing.
first thing
but
was
it
the
was
map.
good.
Okay, the map.
Joined your channel.
the first
Map
thing
was
was
good.
Map's okay.
One at a time.
One at
Okay.
a time.
User joined your channel. User
Okay, I
joined your
felt-
channel.
Okay, I felt like the first and foremost was the map. The map suggested that
guerrilla tactics and non-line tactics were first and foremost due to the fact that the river was where everybody had to meet. The second thing, and it was just covered in stuff. The second thing is I felt like the the buildings were obviously would give it a fair or unfair advantage. I think the perfect type of building that you want in a map would be like the construction site, where it gives you a certain amount of advantage, but it also gives you somewhat of a disadvantage
User
because on the
joined your
right
channel.
there's an obvious way where enemies can get closer. So what you guys need to do next time is choose a better map, and everything else is fine. But for the units, I felt like were very well picked. I think that you guys could have probably done better if you didn't have Cav, but the size of the regiments was, as a officer, was perfect. Any larger and you would have had problems. Any smaller, and then you wouldn't be able to live up to your potential. That's something I really enjoyed.
Okay, well, I agree with your statement there, but okay, someone's typing right now. Just careful with
User
the hot
entered your
mics, guys.
channel.
But for casuals, for people who don't do this all the time, I think it was a great event. But there was some issues, and again, I think it's because they're casuals. You don't really know like what a line battle's all about. So like breaking formation and hiding behind rocks is a big no-no. Like you're supposed to stay in a line and fight as a line, and then of course the whole building thing was against the be aggressive rule, which is go out there and fight as a line. I get it; it makes sense as strategy, but it's not necessarily fair for one team to have to charge into the buildings.
Well, that's why
You don't have to. You could.
Well,
Yeah, but then it would be extremely boring. Like it would be. It's like okay, we won't
User
charge in the building,
disconnected
so we'll
from
just
your
sit out
channel.
here and just wait.
The thing is, my group was like, we took the buildings as a little bit of defensive before we could, so we could organize,
Yeah.
and then we went out, and then we charged at your troops that were outside the village,
But
and then we were gonna move out to the bridge, but then your guys were all behind rocks and trees, so we had to try to find out where the heck they were.
I just think if we had the no buildings, and we didn't mention the rocks, but I didn't think people were gonna actually hide behind the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
I just assumed that. Yeah, there's a hot mic. Careful. I just assumed that we'd all just kind of just charge out into the opening and we'd have these cool line battles. That's why we changed the map, but I felt like the map was way too hilly. Like I don't
I
know how.
felt it was perfect.
I thought it was perfect too.
It was perfect.
It was confusing.
May I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I add a quick thing about
For the rocks, just to add something. It was troublesome for the Cav. They couldn't really get in and do their job. It's not a very serious problem, but just.
I felt they did their job
I don't-
fine.
I don't. Okay, so like
that's not from my squad. My squad did excellent.
the rocks. Okay, here's the thing with the rocks. Like I think it's a very fine strategy to retreat to rocks to run away from Cav, but to sit there and like fight almost as if like a skirmishing unit and hide behind the rocks and fire at other lines. Like there's one point where I had to charge my line across the river against a bunch of British lines that were behind rocks,
User disconnected
which
from
eventually,
your channel.
it worked out, but it's just like I was hoping for everybody to make nice lines and fight in line battles
Well,
rather.
it'd be kind of good to make lines, but the thing that was bad about that was we were one of the lines over there, but the thing was we were trying to defend against the Cav, which was flanking, and then then an infantry that was to the right of us, and then an infantry in front of us, which was you, Apollo. The thing that happened there was we were already being charged on 3 sides, so pretty much it was chaotic as hell. I don't know what the heck happened to the rest of our lines. They just got slaughtered, so I have no idea.
Yeah, and I can add. Can I? Oh.
PTS quick. There was also, I really have to add it, the aggression rule. That should also add to bush campers, because there were some Russians that just every match sat in bushes the entire match through and camping there, and they just
Yeah.
butchered
User
every
disconnected
time.
from your channel.
Yeah,
It's
that's
really
that's
annoying.
yeah, that's not cool. I mean, I
Well-
tried to play as fairly as possible. Like I always sent my guys out in the open and tried to set up proper line formations.
It would be
PTS.
User
He's
Yeah,
probably
disconnected
talking
from your
about
channel.
my unit, but my unit would find itself fighting against 2 or more units constantly the entire time. So
Which unit was
Okay,
this?
well here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. again, with all the issues we're talking about, I think it was still a great event because we're all casuals, or not all of us, but there's a lot of casuals. We don't train for this. We don't really have exact set rules. So I think this was a good event. Now it was pretty one-sided. Maybe you could argue because one team broke more rules than the other,
Russia.
I came here to have fun.
but I.
On behalf of the folk guard for Russia.
rules, the cavalry wrecked.
I think that next
yeah,
round
your
we
cavalry
should
is
either,
pretty
if
good.
we're gonna do a line battle with
PTS?
actual lines, get rid of the cav. Get rid of the cav.
Keep the skirms. The
Maybe
skirms
keep
are
the
fine.
skirms, maybe
But
keep the skirms.
cavalry, we
Maybe
need a-
get artillery, but get rid of the
Polo,
cav.
he's on the toilet. The last guy's in the toilet.
Because you constantly have to think, where's the cav? Where's the cav? Where's the cav? And
That-
But that's
it
also
gives a bit of an anxiety to attack because if you're attacking and the cav's attacking, you're done.
I like
and then
that.
if you also go
Yeah, that's good though.
That's
Hold on, guys. I like the cav, but we need to make sure it's fair because I guess we had more cav soldiers. So yeah.
Can I have a cavalry matter?
amount of cav that you can have on one team.
PTS.
Hang on, who's asking first?
Red
I
Rock.
was.
Oh, maybe him.
Here, go ahead.
User
Like on the
disconnected from
cavalry,
your
it
channel.
was like there was same amount of cavalry, about like maybe max 3 people difference. Like the difference
User
wasn't that big
disconnected from
on
your
cavalry
channel.
really. It just
Week
came
11, they
down
have 10.
to
User joined your
tactics and just people really.
20.
Well,
in Russia team, there was
well, here's the thing about that. Here's the thing. There could have been 20 British cav, but you guys decided to go more like infantry focus. So
Yeah, it
was
was
just
just
a
a choice from the people
yeah.
who want to play. That didn't want much people want to play as cav, I think.
We kind of wanted skirms rather than cav.
I like cav because it's like, oh crap, here comes cav. You know, like you can do some cool like hammer and anvil like tactics and stuff. And I don't know, but
I think the problem was, I think the problem was that we're not that organized anymore because we have like each squads playing as on their own, and I think that's like also a problem if you want to be like
User in your
do
channel
a proper
timed
line
out.
battle where you can like are in contact with your other squads and help each other out. Because now I think on the British side we had a lot of like squads on their own, and then like they got picked off, and then it was like
yeah, but
an disadvantage.
That's just the casual thing. I mean, I wouldn't mind having whispers to other squads. It just like everybody in that squad would have to be quiet. Like, yeah, go ahead.
User
Well,
entered your channel. User
I've played
disconnected
this game
from your
quite
channel.
professional before, and
User
we're not
entered your
playing it
channel.
the full way. Because this game is supposed to be an entire cycle of the skirmishers fighting the infantry fighting other infantry, also artillery. If you want to have rules that there shouldn't be any cav or artillery or anything, you're kind of ruining the game. Just everyone should fear another kind of.
Are you saying there should be a rock paper scissors element?
Well, yeah, kinda.
May
But
I
then
say something?
with everything, like skirmish, infantry, artillery, and the cavalry. And
Well,
PTS?
Just one side.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this was my first event. I just want to say thanks, guys. It's awesome. I had a lot of fun. You know, it was pretty easy to understand the rules. You know, just some feedback. You know.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
I would say.
Missed every fight, but it was awesome. It was a great event.
I do have to say this. I have to say, even though this event wasn't one of the best, it was still a good event. It's like pizza. When it's bad, it's still pretty good.
No, like here's the thing. Last time I did a line battle, it was awful. So that's why I was so happy with this event, because we're actually fighting. Even though there's people occasionally breaking rules, it was like, this is working. Like people are actually forming up and somewhat fighting. So that's why I enjoyed it so much. But
May I?
here's the issue. It's just like every event we get a lot of different people. Not the same people show up every time. So a lot of people don't understand the rules, and we have to constantly repeat the rules. So that's just little rule breaks like that. It's just something we have to accept, because it's going to be hard. Because if we actually practice and we had set squads that practiced every couple times a week and permanent rules where everybody knew what they were getting into, then I can understand like, you know, the events would be way more organized and fair.
Post
But
the rules on the group.